Afternoon. Pleasure to be here. Thank you to OIS for allowing me to present today. I'm going to show you three new things today, things you've never seen before. A new class of suspended soft contact lenses, the way that they were made, and then clinical results. Very early clinical results, but we thought it was important to start sharing those as soon as possible. So, onwards. So presbyopia, everybody's been talking about presbyopia, 2 billion people around the world. It's a huge size of prize. But in the contact lens world, sadly, only 4% of people over 60 years old are wearing contact lenses as their primary means of correction. So how do we change that? Well, we need to do better in that contact lens space, especially somebody who just received that awful package from AARP telling me that I'm getting older. If 60 is truly the new 40, and if 74 is the end of midlife now, then we need to help these people get contact lenses that work for their presbyopia so that they can enjoy the middle part of their life. So the current lenses work by these basic designs. I'm not going to go in depth, everybody knows that. But 94% of the market is in soft contact lenses, and there have been a lot of advancements over the last 30 to 40 years in soft contact lenses, mainly in polymer and fit, and the optical surface of the contact lens itself. That fit tends to be quite tight. And if you want to try and change the contact lens market, we think you need to take a different approach. Now, I don't know how many people in the room know who this guy is. This is Dick Fosbury. So who would have thought that after millennia of people jumping over things frontwards, you need to run at something and turn your back to it and jump over it backwards to break the world record? Well, that's exactly what he did in 1968. In the 25 years before 1968, before Dick Fosbury went over a bar backwards, the world record was broken every 2 years. The year he did this and the 25 years after, the world record was broken every year. So this shows you taking a different approach is going to make a lot of difference. And that's exactly what our two inventors have done. So Joe Barr, who a lot of you know, and Melissa Bailey, both doctors at Ohio State at the time, have come up with a new way of suspending a soft contact lens from the inside of the upper lid, above the lid wiper. So as you can see here, we have a ridge on our lens that actually allows for the lens to suspend off of the inside of the upper lid, so that the eye can move freely behind the contact lens rather than the contact lens moving with the eye. And this is a huge advancement. In order to do this, we've had 15 other innovations on the surfaces of the contact lens, both on the front and the back, and have filed 6 patents, 2 of which have issued. So what that allows for is that the contact lens stays in place and is suspended off the upper lid, and the eye actually moves behind it for discrete vision correction at distance, intermediate, and near vision. There's no simultaneous vision in this solution. So this is what our lens looks like. As you can see the ridge when you have the lens on your finger, you're about to put it in your eye. And that helps for alignment because we need to make sure that that ridge gets underneath the upper lid. So I'm going to show you a video of the lens in action on an eye. So here you can see the lens is actually perfectly centered and has a great margin all the way around it. We're using a slightly larger lens, 15.0 or 15.5. This is the patient looking down at near vision. The interesting thing is when she looks back up at the road, if she's looking at the dashboard, she's going to get perfect alignment right away. So we've shown through nearly 130 patients in fitting that we can get this to happen reliably and predictably, and that people can get that action of the eye moving behind the lens and get the great results that they're looking for. So we have a very aggressive clinical trials plan that we're in the middle of right now. In fact, our benchmark trial is really the 60 patients in LENTECHS 02, and we're right in the middle of that. I'm going to show you the first 6 patients in. I'm not cherry picking. I'm literally going to show you the first 10% of our patient population in and the clinical results. So with the current contact lenses with multifocals that have simultaneous vision, there's some compromise all the time. You're either giving up on your distance or intermediate or near vision, or giving up on low light sensitivity. With our lens, we're showing in our early clinical results that you don't have any compromise. People get great corrected vision at distance and at intermediate. Intermediate is quite powerful here with all the computer use that people are doing these days. And then at near vision acuity. Some outliers, you'll see the top person here on the right-hand side on comfort had a 70. Well, This is a hyperope who came in with the lens upside down on the day she filled out the form. So we've come back with a way to help hyperopes really understand how to get the orientation correct. But numerically, we're at 84 compared to their habitual lens at 79. We think this is important because we're a lathe lens, while all their habitual lenses are multifocals that are molded very thin, really sophisticated polymers from the big contact lens companies. So we're very pleased with these results. I know they're early. It's the first 6 patients. I can tell you that this 1-week data is very indicative of the 30-day data that we get in this population as well. So we have a whole line of lenses as well. We think that there's an opportunity in spherical and toric. As I said, we had to change the back surface. In order to change the back surface, we allow for more tear film flow behind the lens and better oxygenation. We have a clinical study underway on that. And on the right-hand side, presbyopic and presbyopic toric, which are great opportunities. As I mentioned, 2 patents issued, and we also have our 510K approved. We're looking to come to market in the 4th quarter of this year, and we'll be raising money to do that in the 3rd quarter. This is the name of the brand, Apioc, and we're very excited about this new innovation in the space. Thank you very much for your time.